Hi, it's Rosie and welcome to Rosie Reacts. Oh my god, I'm finally back. So sorry for the long wait. It's been 84 years. And if you don't get that reference, please don't let me know because it's gonna make me feel old. Okay, but yes, I'm finally back so that way I can finish up my BTS B album reaction, at least to the lyrics, because I've already done my first listen, which you can watch on Patreon for free in the link in the description below. But yeah, we've got Dis-Ease and Stay. I'm gonna do both of them in this video. I'm using this lyric video. It was recommended to me as having accurate lyrics, and I do recommend for you to only use like official channels and platforms like Spotify and Apple Music, things like that, so that we can help the voice chart. But I like to use these for my reactions just because it helps me to visualize the lyrics and when in the song they occur, things like that. It's just for reaction purposes only. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. I love like the old school instrumentals in this. 뭔가 놓친 듯해 커피 한 모금으로 불안함을 했어. And the list rise 내게 갑자기 다가온 불편한 행복 24 hours 시간 참 많아 하루 종일 잠자도 지금 no problem 몸 부서져라 뭐 해야 할 것 같은데 마냥 삼시세끼다. Okay, there's stuff on the bottom here. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, I am a pauser. If just in case you're new to the channel, I pause a lot, especially in lyric reaction since I've already heard the song before, and I've heard the song many a times by now because I am streaming, but this is my first time actually looking at the lyrics. So it says, who eats all three meals? And this says, this Korean word that I can't pronounce is brat, and this Korean word that looks very similar means 3 meals and are pronounced the same, seki. Okay, don't really know what to do with that information, but it's wordplay, so that's cool. So from what I'm getting from the lyrics so far, it seems that he's talking about how now with the pandemic happening, like, you know, they've been forced to basically have less things on their plate than they normally would. You know, they usually all go, and now he doesn't know what to do with himself with this kind of free time. You know, like he's like, I could sleep 24 hours or I could sleep all day and it's not an issue. Like 24 hours is a lot of time to have on my hands, something like that. And I think he said something like, let's see, the uncomfortable happiness that has suddenly come to me. So is that like, you know, people would usually be happy that they have a whole bunch of free time on their hands now, like they would do like vacation activities and stuff like that. But he's just like this isn't something that I requested time off. This is just something that I have now, and I don't know. It's an uncomfortable happiness. I can't really be happy with it because it's not something that I really wanted at this time, I think is what he's getting at. Okay, so basically, like so he's like, I feel like I should be doing something to the point that my body breaks, but I'm just eating 3 meals a day and stuff. Like he's not happy with not having things to do. Like he's a busybody is what I'm getting, and this like lack of a schedule, lack of activity is getting to him and making him restless. Oh yeah, okay. My sin is being a dog that bites his resting self. Yeah, so he's antsy, basically, is what I'm getting. That's like the dis-ease, right? Because it's dis-ease instead of disease, but really like the meaning of the word disease stems from the lack of ease. That's dis-ease. All right, so yeah, so that's his uneasiness in this world, is not having something to do and fulfill his time. Okay, before it gets into that chorus. Okay, so then it looks like it's saying, where is it at? One sec. Where is it at? Jumping around is like, ah. I swear there was a line. Okay. No, I think it was right before that. Blame it on the fact that I think too much. Yeah, so basically, I think part of his restlessness comes from like not being able to like stop his thoughts, you know, just like anxiety, a sense of anxiety, and a sense of like your brain always telling you like I need to do something, I need to do this or that, and not being able to just fully rest. Is yeah. And we like, it says it's like a childishness, my childish self, unable to keep things simple. So something like, yeah, the disease is due to, you know, the pandemic and having this time of rest that you can't like enjoy because of anxiety and your thoughts always telling you that you should be doing something, and not being able to accept that you're not doing something, not being able to just enjoy the simplicity or something like that. 그냥 일은 일로 해. I'm ill. 그래 내가 ill. Oops, sorry. I'm ill. 그래 내가. Okay. The Korean word for work is pronounced as the same way as the English word ill. Okay. So then just think of work as work. Yeah, like, so trying to keep work separate from like your everyday life instead of thinking of work as your entire life. Then it says I'm ill, and then when you take that with this that says that work, the Korean word for work, is pronounced the same way as the English word ill, then he says I'm ill. So he's saying that like, yeah, I'm work itself, but then also that he's ill, like, so feeling like your work itself is kind of like a disease, or is his source of disease, maybe. Like workaholic syndrome, I don't know. This glass-like disease hits your head, and the word young can mean either bottle or disease. Okay. So this bottle hit your head or this disease hit your head. Yo, this lyric video is going too fast. No, it's because RM is going too fast. Sorry, I'm like, I'm confused whether it's the world or me who's diseased. That has just so much meaning in it. Because first of all, right now the world is diseased, you know, with the pandemic and all that. But then, is it him who has the issue? Because he's like workaholic, not being able to appreciate rest, or is it like the world that has an issue that they are able to appreciate rest? I don't know, or they don't want to like push themselves and work more. I don't know. I'm tired, guys. Let's get this straight. So my analysis is not as gonna be on point. I'm confused whether it's the world or me who's diseased. Even when I take off my glasses, the darkness doesn't get blurred. Diseases of the mind out there. That's a very specific number, Yungi. Why 400? I'd say there's a lot more than that. There shouldn't be that many who don't fit into any of those. Makes me wonder, did he actually look up specific mental stuff and find out there's 400 mental disorders? Is it me or the world that's diseased? So what I'm getting from that is maybe like just like focus on yourself, not too much on like trying to like figure other people out and their issues, because you got to focus on yourself first. Because there's just like, so like everybody has their own issues, like their own dis-ease, right? Like you said, more than 400 different types that people can fit into. Like everyone has their own issues that trouble them. I don't know. And it's up to us to figure out and try to get ourselves together a little bit. But at the same time, that's part of what makes us human, is that we all have our own like our own concerns, our own things that make us feel a sense of dis-ease. So it's not anything too special. Like this isn't like, is that the pre-chorus? I'm not sure. Is that, I think it's part of the pre-chorus. It might be part of the chorus. I'm not sure. Saying like ain't so special. You know, it is just what makes us human. Having things that make us uneasy. That's something that we all have in common, even if what makes us uneasy is not the same. great bridge. High note in the back. Every time. Yeah, so it kind of ends on a more like hopeful note there. Talking about like we don't know what's gonna be at the end of this, but we have to get through like the end of the day, you know, and you know, like things, we'll get through this, we'll pull through, just keep on like comfort yourself, like know that everyone's going through issues, everyone has like a sense of disease at this moment, like we're all human, we're all basically in this together, and we'll see it through together, you know. That's what I'm getting from it. But yeah, this is a great song. I said I really love like the old school instrumental on it. The bridge is just so good, and the way that J-Hope comes in at the beginning, it just right away just grabs your attention and sucks you in. And then the wordplay, of course. Not that I understand all of the wordplay, but I know, especially in Armin's part, that there is supposed to be significant wordplay, and I right away just like just that one part that I did understand of like the whole ill being work, and him saying like he's work himself and all that stuff. It's yeah. If you know more about the wordplay, feel free to leave me a dissertation in the comments, because I'd love to go over it and understand a bit more. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into Stay. Now, with Stay, I will admit that sound-wise, it's probably not my favorite song on the album, and that's not like anything against it at all. I just am not a big EDM fan. Yeah, I think I've found that EDM is probably not my favorite genre of music. There's like a couple exceptions. There's like every now and then I'll like a song that has EDM elements, but if it's like basically meant to be an EDM song, usually it's just not my favorite sound. Like I said, there are some exceptions though. I really like the verses on this song a lot. Like the verses I actually really enjoy. It's like the drop that happens. That's like yeah. I'm just not a fan of that instrumental, and I'm sorry. It's just my personal preferences. But I do overall think it's still a good song. And if like it's on the radio, I'll listen to it, you know, like not like on the radio, but you know, if it comes on the playlist, I'm not gonna skip it. It's just not gonna be in like my top half of BTS songs I've heard. But like I said, I do really love the verses. See, like this part and stuff is okay. I like it. It's when that drop happens, that the instrumental on that is just not my thing, not my cup of tea. Ah, I missed something. Okay, even repetition seems like a blessing. And it says, a play on words since the ending of the word bang means repetition, and bak means blessing. And it's hard to understand wordplay when you don't speak the language. Ah, I wish I was linguistically talented. I really do sometimes. I just know there's so much I must be missing out on. So from what I'm getting so far, they were talking about like being in a dream, or like you thinking like they're picturing being with people, and when they opened their eyes they weren't there, so it must have been a dream, but they want to be with that person wherever they are. So I'm guessing this has to do with army, like another song where it's talking about maybe army, or even talking about family or something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be with army. Like if you wanted to read this in a different way, it could be like if you wanted to read it in general, maybe just wanting to be with a person that you love, like family member, friend, significant other, whatever, and wanting to be with them when you're not with them, maybe perhaps due to the pandemic.
Wherever you are, I know you always stay.
See, even this part, I don't mind. Like this part, I enjoy the build. Like the build is kind of like, it's pretty good. It's the drop. Like I said, it's the drop. Yeah, I think I'm just not a big fan of EDM. I'm not saying that I hate it, because I don't. I don't want you to think that I hate this. It is more along the lines of like, I wouldn't purposely like listen to this over and over again. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't necessarily put this song on while I'm doing chores and stuff like that.
We connect to 7G.
I kind of like that. Wherever you are, important. We connect to 7G. As far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I am not tech savvy. I don't keep up with the trends. I don't know, guys. I don't think 7G exists. Does it? I don't. Does it exist? And I'm just so far behind. Like that's definitely a possibility. Like I said, sometimes, like if you accuse me of living under a rock, I couldn't really argue my case. But I don't think that 7G exists quite yet. So is he saying that like the network that we're using to connect with each other goes beyond what technology even has? But at the same time, we're using technology to stay connected, but at the same time, like the bond that is shared is like even beyond that. It's beyond just connecting through technology. It's like a bond that can't really be broken, because it's just something that's there that keeps them connected. Maybe it's like love. I don't know. It's just some type of special connection that is shared that's going to keep their bond strong, and isn't going to let it just fade away, even though there's distance. So even when they're not together, they're still together. I think that's what that's getting at. If 7G isn't really a thing, and he's saying that it's something that's even stronger than what networks are available, I don't know. I guess I'll find out in the comments whether or not that's a thing, and I just am reaching.
Connect to 7G. It ain't the end of the world. The president shine like the pearl. 이거면 파동에 불과.
These might be just a few waves.
It ain't the end of the world. The president shine like the pearl. 이거면 파동에 불과.
These might just be a few waves. The word padong means both wave and crisis. Okay. This is gonna be like the nerdiness in me coming out, but if he's talking, like, I understand what he's saying. I think I understand what he's saying. Like, he mentions pearls and waves and I'll have you changed. So I don't know if he's saying that, like, weathering the storm that is the pandemic and stuff is gonna make us stronger. It's gonna make us, like, we're gonna come out of it looking like a pearl. I don't know. The nerdiness in me is saying that, like, if that's what he's trying to get at, pearls aren't really made like that. You know, pearls are made. I know this because, like I said, I'm a nerd, and sometimes when random thoughts pop into my head, I just need to Google stuff. So that's what I do. So one day I got curious, like, how are pearls made? And it's because, like, some type of parasite gets into the shell of the mollusk, and as like a protection mechanism, they like secrete something that basically surrounds that parasite, and over time it hardens, and it becomes a pearl. So kind of gross, actually. Something like this, though, it could be like sea glass. You know, because sea glass is like those pieces of glass, like bottles and stuff in the ocean, get tossed about in the ocean over years and years and years, and that gets weathered down to have, like, becomes like smooth and pretty things I like to collect when I get the rare opportunity to go to a beach. Yeah, I don't know why I got sidetracked, so let's go back. Let's go back to the video. See, I like the build. I like this part too. Yeah, I like the melody on it. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm getting from that is having a bond with someone that is so strong and unbreakable that even though there's distance and even though you can't be together, you still feel like you're with them. You still feel like you are together. That's what I'm getting for it. And like wanting that person to always feel that way and always wanting to stay together. Like I said, could be a song about army, could be a song about like loved ones. I think it fits either way. Yeah, that was the last song that I hadn't seen the lyrics to for B. I gotta say, this album really did. It was really just filled with a lot of healing songs, messages that were very, very pertinent and needed to hear during this difficult time. And I love that they use their huge platform to share songs like this with the world. You know, they could have just done any type of theme, but they chose to have themes that were really meaningful and that they thought would resonate with people, and give them, you know, like healing through music. So I love that. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm so sorry that it took forever and a day to actually get this out there for you. But please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.